the military, if you
Can I ask
don't
a quick
serve
question?
honorably, yeah,
So I agree. We want to make sure we take care of all of our vets, and I was wondering if you could touch on any blue falcon behavior. How is that improving? And also, we want to make sure though that there are some soldiers in other countries who are very loyal to the United States who they just get tossed aside, you know, and they have to work rogue in their own communities, protecting the neighborhoods, and they're given, you know, discharge papers, they're arrested, and they're still trying to fight the good fight. So I think it's a fine line. We have to have a way of going through the actual behaviors and having a clear definition on what makes a good soldier and a bad soldier before we just label them.
yeah. Well,
But what do you think?
what makes a good soldier is ones that serve their country in an honorable status. Um, and when I talk about that, I'm not talking about those that got kicked out because they refused the shot or all these other things that happen, or because they got politically targeted by a very extreme command structure. I'm talking about people that went in, they committed larceny, they committed rape, they committed they robbed people. We have people that went to prison and then got kicked out of the military. We're talking about people that, dishonored themselves on the battlefield through either acts of cowardice or brutality against civilians, unarmed civilians. Those are dishonorable people. Look, I was pissed off a lot when I was in combat, a lot. Um, but I would never just go out and want to burn down a whole village and execute unarmed civilians, even if they were helping the enemy, just because, we were looking for armed combatants. It's kind of like, it's a big difference. I never killed an unarmed person. I never killed a prisoner, never executed people, never stabbed them, never shot them. When they were surrendered, we had a responsibility to secure them. And if you look at the 5 S's, they call it the 5 S's, it's a safeguard, search, secure, and, speedy, silence. So you don't get them together. You make sure that they're silenced, not cooking up a story. And then a speedy, trip to the rear to where they could be, properly processed. But people that come into the military and they commit acts of rape, um, you know, though that's not an honorable veteran. I don't care if they served, 6 years and the last 6 months they went on a spree, shooting people and robbing people. They dishonored their service at that point. So I don't feel like I have a responsibility to people that put themselves in that position. Um, or they stole millions of dollars worth of government equipment, or they sold, information to the enemy of our nation. That's, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that they kicked out because of their political beliefs or because they decided that, that they weren't going to take a vaccination. Um, as a matter of fact, I think that our president has cleared the pathway for them to receive an honorable discharge now and to actually be called back into the military. So, so that's the difference that I'm talking about. Um, and
Thank you.